guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna learn how to transform ugly into less ugly. I try to look cute on Instagram, but chances are if you run into me in real life, this is what I'm gonna look like. I like to think that I'm very good at making people think I'm a lot cuter than I am. I basically built a whole career off of it, so if y'all want to see how I catfish people on Instagram, this is the tutorial. I also want to thank Fenty Beauty for sponsoring this video. That is so wild to me. They're such an amazing brand, and like I've been up Rihanna's ass for years, and now we're like technically business partners. I mean, y'all know I love Fenty Beauty anyway. I talk about them with my friends all the time. I want to thank Miss Rihanna, but I also want to thank all of you guys that made it possible. So yes, let's jump right in. First of all, wardrobe change. Did it work? So for primer, I'm going to mix the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer with the e.l.f. Sunkissed Booster Drops. This has been my go-to all winter because it makes your makeup last so long, but it's still really nice and glowy, you know? By the way, I'm sorry about this. She may or may not have slammed the door against her nails last night. She's recovering. You guys know I like to curl my lashes before I put on foundation, so I'm just going to do that right now. For my everyday base, especially when I'm taking selfies, I don't like that thick cake face. I just want it to look sculpted but still natural. So I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks Trio, and I'll be using the shade Linen for foundation. And I like to apply it in areas where I'm a little red. And it's also great because you get to decide how much coverage you want in each area. Cute. I don't like to apply everything and blend it all at once. I like to blend as I go. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Precision Sponge and just blending it in. Next, I'm using the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer for my under eyes and under my nose. I'm just dabbing the concealer on. You really don't need too much if your concealer is full coverage like this one. For contour, I'll be using the Matchsticks in the shade Amber. It's a really neutral shade, so whether it's summer or winter, it's perfect for contouring. Especially since this is fast, I can travel with it. So I'm gonna start with my nose. I'm gonna do the two sides of my nose and draw an L shape like this. Under my bottom lip, forehead. This is where we're gonna get those cheekbones. Now I'm gonna use their little sponge and blend the contour in. Do you see that? It's really subtle. I just fixed some cheekbones. By the way, the sponge is small enough that you can blend your nose contour with it. Now to set my face, I'm using the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Butter. Obviously, Fenty Beauty is like a brand that I've been liking for a long time. Let me just dust it off. But I really like their face products. I think there's a reason why they started with face products, because they're really good at it. Setting my under eyes. Even after I powder, you can still see the contour. For highlight, I'm going to use the Killawatt Mean Money Hustler Baby. This shade is my favorite out of all the Killawatt highlighters, especially Hustler Baby, because it gives you the most natural glow. Like, it's not too intense. Actually, with this shade, I like to use a rounder, denser brush and just trace your whole cheekbone. Like, not just the high points, the whole thing. You see how it has kind of like a halo effect where your entire cheekbone is just popping? I should retitle this video to how to get cheek fillers without cheek fillers. On my chin. Next, I'm picking up Mean Money, which is a lot more intense, and I'm just putting this on the high points. Right on my brow bone. Do a little bit on the collarbone too. For blush, I'm going to be using the Sigma Core the Rosa Aura Powder. A little bit on the forehead as well. For brows, I'm using the Dior Brow Styler. I always brush them up first. My signature, or like what I do on Instagram all the time, is I draw little tiny hairs in the beginning, so it has like a faded ombre effect and it still looks natural, and then I keep it very neat. To set my brows, I'm using the Glossier Boy Brow. For my everyday Instagram eyes, I don't do eyeshadow very much. I want my eyes to look natural but contoured. I'm going back in with the Matchsticks in Amber, using the concealer brush. I'm just dabbing this on the lid. I'm going back in with Linen just to clean that up a little bit. For my everyday eyeliner, I like to use a dark brown eyeshadow. So I'm picking up Cyprus from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Cyprus Umber. And I'm just tightlining and doing very soft wing. A little bit of mascara. For lips, I'm using the Glossier Generation G in Like. This has been my go-to natural lip color for years. And I just do one layer. But I like to go over my lips, especially right in the Cupid's bow. We're almost done. I just want to go over with a little bit more blush. So I'm going with the 3CE Face Blush in Rose Beige. And putting it right on the cheeks. If you want to do a natural glossy look, which I do all the time, I've been using the Lucas Papaw ointment and I just dab a little bit of it on my lids. And I'm setting everything with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And we're done! So that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you recreate this look, don't forget to tag me and Fenty so we can see it. Thanks again for joining me. I love you guys. And yeah, I'll see you next Monday. Bye!